the 104.1 The Truth Economic Forum, and we're so happy to have everybody taking time out to come to this event. I want to take a brief moment and again thank all of our sponsors for tonight. Nova Home Loans, the Debbie Compost Cleaner Agency, the UPS store on Costco Drive. Yeah, please feel free. K-Gun out of your side, the Better Business Bureau of Southern Arizona as well. Thank you for those that are sponsoring this great event tonight. And again, I am Jon Justice from the Jon Justice Show. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. If you haven't, you need to. It's funny and it's entertaining, and I like it. So, Mom always said I was special. I tend to believe her. It was funny because when they originally presented me with the idea for this event, they're like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing this economic forum, because the economy is crap, and bringing Clark Howard into town." And at first I was hurt, because I'm like, what, you don't want, me to give people advice? I know, you think that I would have had great, economic advice for people. So I was like, that sounds fantastic. Well, let's have it, let's pick a location. And my original idea was, well, we'll get Clark Howard and myself, just two of us on stage. And then I'll give my history from when I first opened, got a savings account as a kid until now. And then Clark can use that as an example of all the things not to do financially. I thought it was genius. I don't care. I've lost a home. I'm in debt. But they're like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's get some experts that actually know what they're talking about as well, along with Clark Howard, and that's what we've assembled tonight. And we're very happy to have all of our panelists here to answer your questions as well. The one thing about what's happened with this economy. And we've been talking a lot about this on the show on 104.1 The Truth, is the fact that no one's been immune to the situation that's gone on. It's really leveled the pain across the board. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care if you work for a private company, if you're a business owner, if you work for a big entity. I mean, it's everybody is hurting from what is happening, and I think that's created a lot of fear. And the other aspect of this as well is the fact that there's not one particular group or person or president, liberal, Democrat, it doesn't matter. I mean, in my opinion, there's been mistakes just across the board from everybody, which makes it even more unnerving because, we all like to be able to go and point the fingers at somebody, and say, hey, it's this person's fault or that person's fault, and it's not. I've learned more about how the stock market works in the past 18 months than I have my entire lifetime, just because we were all suddenly forced to. Because suddenly now it mattered to everybody. And I think it's created this environment where we have a lot of questions and a lot of detailed questions and a lot of really simple questions, which is why we're having this event tonight. We're going to make this as interactive as possible. We have questions for all of our panelists tonight, but you've also been given those 3x5 cards when you walked in, okay? And if you're not a member, go ahead and write you're a visitor for the first time. If you want to be a member, no, this is a joke for my church. Trust me, I won't be asking anybody to stand up and shake the hand of the person next to you. So I always wonder why my wife leaves the church at that time. It's right after the prayer. She's like, I really gotta go to the bathroom. I was like, you just don't want to shake anybody's hand, do you? She's like, yeah, that's right. She walks away. Thank you for the handful of people that are getting the joke. But the cards are for you to ask questions to our panelists, okay? And what's going to happen is I'll have questions for the panelists, some broad, some specific to their specific expertise. But as the forum is going on, if there are questions that arise based off the conversation that's happening up here, write them down and just simply put them up. Joel Waldman from K-Gun on your side is back here. So as it's happening, he'll be able to come up to you and you'll be able to ask questions to our panelists directly as the event is going on. We're going to try to make this as interactive as possible. And listen, remember, there are no stupid questions in this situation. Trust me, if there's a question that you're going, man, I know that I should know the answer to this, but I don't. I'm guaranteeing you I don't know the answer either, so don't feel bad. Okay, and there's other people here that have those same types of questions. So as we go along, and also I want to mention too that don't feel like if we've moved to a different topic while the forum is going on and you didn't have your question answered right then, we're going to be able to go back and readdress to whoever you want to address it to. And feel free to address it to a specific panelist or to the group as a whole. So we really want to make this as interactive to make sure that you guys are getting what you want to get out of it and utilizing the panelists and Clark Howard to their fullest extent tonight. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask them to me. Understand, do the opposite of whatever I tell you. Okay? Thank you. Because you don't want to take any advice from me. So if you do, just go like, hey, so should I get a 401k? Yeah, that's the greatest idea ever. And then you just look at Clark's face and he'll just be going, okay, talk to him instead. So, anyways, enjoy yourself, please. We want to make it as interactive as possible and as enjoyable for our panelists and as for you guys as well. So, with that, I want to go ahead and welcome